What's going on, everybody? Shout out to everybody in the building. I'm your gracious host, DJ Kuda, right back at the helm of today's show. Got a great show for you guys today. Just a bunch of little stuff going on today's show. Put a one in the chat if you guys can hear me. Okay. And shout out to Deacon Dave in the building. Deacon Dave said he was about to buy a Rodecaster Duo yesterday, but then he said he thought and he said you don't do content or have the time to, and walked out of Guitar Center. Well, I mean, you made a move that most people that call themselves content creators, you made a move that they wouldn't do. So don't feel bad about that. Give yourself a pat on the back. Oh, yo. I'm looking for my little thing. They don't even got it up here. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Anyway, man, we in the building. This Player Talk Radio. Man, I've been seeing some crazy live streams in the last couple 24 hours, man. Yeah, MV7 is good. I used to push that microphone all the time. I need to find mines to tell you the truth. But yeah, the MV7 is pretty good. Real versatile mic. So yeah, man. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of little live streams going on, man. A lot of y'all are finally catching on to people I've been warning you guys about for years. Now, now black people are ain't nobody gonna say nothing, or they're just gonna straight up pretend like somebody didn't say nothing. So tomato, tomatoes, is good for everybody. You said, what's going on, Tyrone? He said you could take this shift back over. Man, I could. I could have done. I mean, I was gonna go live earlier, but I was recovering. I was sick. Not gonna lie, I was sick. Actually, I'm pretty good to go live. Now I'm pretty good to go live from now. You know, all the way, all the way throughout the whole morning, for real, for real. I'm actually, I'm actually alright to go live from now throughout the whole morning, man. Man, I damaged my watch too, man. Oh my goodness. Last 72 hours been crazy. Thank you, bro. You say everybody stole your sticks about products and mics. Yeah, but that's niggas for you, man. Yeah, everybody now try to talk about production and shit. I've been calling it out. I need y'all to call it out too, though, but it's too late for the space, man. If y'all notice, we're like 2, 3 generations, past the microphones and the equipment talk that I've been pushing on the space, man. I've affected the space. Not that I'll get my credit, but I've affected the space in a positive way when it comes to equipment and stuff like that. I mean, remember, remember, Kevin Samuels took my advice. Okay, Kevin Samuels. took my advice. And I'm having a hard time because I thought somebody else would have found it. I thought fasting would have found it. I thought somebody else would have found it. But every so often I got like a playlist of a lot of Kevin Samuel's old shows, and I need to comb through it because there was a show that he did, and he was talking about something, and I went on there and I spoke to Kevin Samuels, and he gave me my props. You know what I'm saying? He was telling me about the stuff that he bought. Because I gave him a list. You know what I'm saying? I think it's the same list I guess he gave to Pearl for some of the items off the list. And obviously, I've affected a lot of different things, since that time, you know. So some of the stuff on that list that he had, that I gave to him, um, there's alternatives for it. You know what I'm saying? You might not have to get some of that stuff, like the Mogami cables and stuff like that. You don't have to get all of that shit. But I talked to Kevin Samuels, and what he was telling me back then that, like, he had the list and got the majority of everything on the list, but he kind of just didn't know what everything was. So basically, he hired, which was a smart thing to do. I mean, if you don't got the time to sit down and go learn something, you hire somebody to set up, put it all together and kind of set up the studio. So he hired somebody, put it together, set up his studio, and did the whole, got his lighting and everything, and yeah, man, got it popping. So can't get mad at the man for that. I just need to go find the damn shout out on his page. I just don't know which show it was, you know, because I thought about what you guys was telling me, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm missing out on the bag too, by not taking that cosign, because it's a real cosign. A lot of people would be like, yo, why aren't you using it? And I'm like, damn, why ain't I using it? Shit. But so much things have changed, man. But at the same time, nothing has changed. You go around the space, you see a lot of foolery going on. There's always some new old chick in the space doing some Me Too movement shit. There's always some weird shit going on. There's always people beefing. People that been coming through stealing shit for years. They still coming through stealing shit. So a lot of things changed, but then again, a lot of things didn't. A lot of things didn't change. So, but anyway, we here. I need to finish setting up the show. Y'all hit the like button on the way in. Support the show. You can support the show at $PTV 888. We got a QR code on the screen you can scan. And what I'll do is I'll drop the Cash App in the comments, and you can support the show via PayPal. I got some Stuff I want to run by you guys. Lately, we've been talking about the generations, Gen Zs, Gen X, millennials. We've been talking about a lot of just different little nuances that's going on with the the transfer of information, and also the transfer of lexicons. There's a lot of little lexicons that not lexicons, but there's a lot of little terms and things that are being used, and a lot of times people lose the actual words, where these little slangs and terms come from, you know. So a lot of people was running around here years ago, and they were like, "Well, Kuda, we don't believe in the game. The game doesn't exist, or the game is just it's a nigger word. It's a terminology for Negroes. Other people don't have to use the game, and why should we learn the game? You know, our women are the only women that go after swag, and all this other goofball shit. So now they got a new word for game that a lot of people, quote unquote, don't like. I don't care. Called Riz. I've been talking about Riz for like the past year and some change. And the word Riz came from Kai Sanat, which is just short for charisma. So we'll start to see the effects, on we'll start to see the effects on going forward in the future that's coming with online culture. Usually people used to, they used to they used to go off of like, reality television. And it's crazy how reality television tries to emulate the reality that people are quote unquote saying, this happens in reality. So the TV back then is just capturing reality, right? And giving y'all reality TV. When the TV is just introducing a new concept, right? Saying this for the older, well, for the younger cats, for the disease and stuff like that, that kind of didn't really, grow up watching that stuff. Basically, reality television was TV imitating reality until people start trying to imitate what was on the TV and then calling it reality. So a lot of people, what they did was, oh, well, not even just people. I mean, it really was women for real, because reality TV was kind of made for them. And that's where all these like housewife shows and all these shows come from. Like people start imitating what's going on the television, which lied to everybody and said that, oh, well, it's imitating reality when it's all scripted. So a lot of people are realizing, okay, what's the next way we could capitalize off of people? And now you got this thing called reality internet. And in the craziest way to explain to you guys, which everybody should know this stuff, is that the internet is more faker than TV. I hate to say it this way, but TV, other than being a little bit PC, TV is it's more realer than the internet in a lot of cases. But back in the day, they had to, stop showing, live video on television because, you'll watch a bunch of cops on the news chase down a black man, and you will see a public execution. So that's what kind of killed live television. So what people had to do back in the day to make things seem more real and more, quote unquote, about it, they had to start just posting shit on the internet, whether it was doctored or not. But what y'all are seeing with the new generations, especially when it comes down to relationships, is that everybody's emulating the internet, but nobody can really tell you what the internet's copying. But it's by design. The internet absorbs radio, the internet absorbs television, and then it's its own thing. And I don't think anything in our lifetime is going to be invented to predate, not to predate, but to be better than the internet. I don't think AI technology will come up with something that predates the internet, or I mean, that's the predates that's better than the internet. Anyway, I'm gonna finish setting up the show. It's just a lot of things that's going on in these spaces, man. A lot of people are beefing, as always. People are forming, alliances, and it's the same 30 people, yo. And I sit back and I look, I'm like, man, y'all wasting y'all time with a lot of the foolery that goes on in these spaces, man. Got the fake Me Too movement. You got people running around here using all these manosphere terms, but don't like the manosphere. You got like everything that I said that was gonna happen years ago done happened. People still not getting it. Every time a black person starts a podcast, it got something to do with relationships. Yeah, it's the same characters, yeah. But it changed. Like, okay, well, these two people are friends now, but they're still doing the same shit, and they're gonna fall out again eventually. So it's like, but anyway, Planet Talk Radio, we in the building. The title of the show is "Things Can't Go Back." You know, I was looking at this video that was saying that the Zillennials are the lost generation. Which is semi true. You know what I'm saying? And I don't blame them. You know, but it wasn't like it wasn't saying that it was a bad thing. Like it wasn't saying that it was a bad thing that the Zillennials are the lost generation. Because in a way, when you think about it, The zillennials are more free. What I mean by more free is that they're not really tied down to anything. And the reason why I was talking about what I was talking about earlier about the internet, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's like moving off the internet time on the internet's dime. Is that a lot of people want these influencer relationships, like these online influencer relationships. And the problem is though, the majority of y'all are not influencers. But there's really no other model of relationships that y'all are seeing today. What other relationships are y'all are seeing on the internet other than the Instagram or TikTok couple or you know what I'm saying? What other examples are you guys seeing? And you have to sit back and you got to ask yourself what were the examples that we were seeing of yesteryear. People don't go looking for examples of successful relationships. It usually kind of comes to them. You know what I'm saying? And we're so far removed from the world of yesteryear. There's no Family Matters or no show that comes on and it shows black positive, marriages. And it happened in other cultures too. The cartoons of yesteryear, not even the cartoons, but like shows. I wouldn't even consider these cartoons because of the amount of truth they have in them. But shows like American Dad, Family Guy, The Simpsons, and I'm gonna just throw in another old school show, Married with Children. In the West, in America, they depict the husbands as the guys that just go to work, kind of do like a little, I wouldn't say a blue collar job, but like maybe an office job or maybe some type of cool job. I think the only person that out of the bunch that I mentioned that kind of had like a different kind of job was Homer Simpson. He worked at a nuclear power plant. But anyway, they depict the man as dumb and the wife as the brains, like the smart one. Even though they're not like no party going. They're not the clubbing type. You start listening to the ladies on these little podcasts and stuff, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? Where do you get the idea of this stay at home wife that's like oppressed? Especially women in y'all generation. Why are they sitting up here telling y'all oppression stories when y'all grew up together? Watch the same shit. At what point were they getting oppressed or stuck in the house having to raise kids and stuff like that? And generation after generation of man done fell for it. I played you guys a video of black men apologizing to black women and try to bring up this stupid notion again about like white supremacy and how we were held back and all this other goofy shit. And the funny part is that like dudes are like learning this stuff in their 40s and 50s and stuff like that. It's like, bro, would you like? What you been spending your time doing, man? Because nowadays, if you want to, let's say, if you want to be a modern day hotep, oh, this title is definitely for y'all. Things are definitely not going back. I can assure you there were more fun years to be a hotep, and now ain't where it's at. You'll be you'll be in the nation of Prislam faster than ever. Ask Princella. Also, too, man, we've been talking about the constant grifting of the manosphere and how much things have changed. And it's to the point right now where modern man doesn't know where to go. And then you're hearing all of these and seeing all these videos. I'm even showing them to y'all about how they claim that the red pill has failed modern man. Dudes that can't even tell you or show you how the BS that they're talking has improved modern man. And it's not my job to run around here and call everybody stupid. That's not where I'm getting. But if everybody moved like FD Signifier, you don't need me to tell you we'll all be in trouble. If everybody moved like how these hoes want people to move, you don't need me to tell you we're in trouble. I'll even go as far as to say with the game, if everybody moved like a player, I don't know, the world might be a better place, but we'll still be in trouble. We'll just throw that out there. You need some losers in order to win. But look at what we have now. We got Me Too movement broads, just dumb as a bat, throwing anything at the wall, hoping that it sticks. You got brothers out here that's still not getting it. People done came in, stole all of our shit, grifted right along with the people that grifted into space. Nobody in the black manosphere on top. They're trying to lie to y'all saying that they're not chasing mainstream when they are, because they're reacting to their own shit coming out of somebody else's mouth, as always. People are uninformed, not moving right today because they didn't move right yesterday. Just some more of it. It was like, what are we trying to go back to? There's no real leadership. It's just horrible, man. So give me 1 second. Let me finish setting up today's show. It's Player Talk Radio. Let's get it.
You're a victim.
Here we go, CSI. If Jesus can't save these hoes, why are you trying? What make you think you greater than Jesus?
First of all, I come from a long line of tricks and hoes. Yes, what's the eyebrow thing? I come from a long line of hoes. I'm not the first one, maybe in this generation, but it go all the way back to slavery time. And before then, with the Egyptians and the Moors, a long line of selling pussy. I'm not the first one. My auntie, my mama don't like me saying her name in my interviews. Grandmama, great-grandmama, great-great-great-grandmama.
So was any of them in a $40 line?
$40.
Everywhere I go, they all know my name. Everywhere I go, they all know my name. So can you hang? Baby, I won't fall ya. Can't forward a Hoya, so I chose to ignore ya. Bitches be my enemies, since bitches be my clone, yeah. Everywhere I go, they all know my name. So can you hang? Baby, I won't fall ya. Niggas hit my phone, all the numbers get ignored, yeah. So how come everywhere I go, they all know my name? So here to stay. Bro, these niggas phony. Niggas pull up 40, believe with their hands empty. You can beat that nigga ass, but you can't push up on me. Everywhere I go, they all know my name. Talk down like I'm lame, but baby, we was close. Yeah, remember walking to the corner store for the woods. Niggas dying on my block, I'm finna lead the hood. Cause everywhere I go, all my niggas was in pain. But bitch, I just woke up, no, I cannot hit a stay. These bitches think I'm spoiled, but I work for what I gain. From seeing roaches in the kitchen to flying in a plane. I told my grandma I'm hopping off the porch, she thought I was playing. Went to Atlanta, hit up go-kart, he call up, do okay. I wanna do better than my mama and that bitch had 4 beam. I wanna do better than my bro still serving just so they can eat what they ain't tell ya. Just see it come through, I pull up with that big ass. I let her got me some Tuesday praying to my big ass. Now we speeding, Virginia beaching. 757 on the weekends. My mama sleeping on me, my mama preaching. She say I ain't gon' be shit, then the police again. You switch up on the gang, now you gon' see me win. I do this for my sister and my bro hundreds. We ride into the bag, it's full of hundreds. I ain't forget when niggas was stopping but rolling blunts. Niggas ain't had no money and still was having fun.
That's some freaky shit, freaky T. That nigga is down horrendous.
That's so real.
Me, I want what's called.
Jollof rice combination grand rising. You know, while you've been sipping on that satanic nectar you call bottled water, I've been decalcifying my pineal gland with triple ionic distilled counter reverse osmosis diffused alkaline Kangen water, which can be yours for 2 easy payments of $49.99 per ounce. Call now to get what on earth he just said. Also, Hillary Clinton is a clone.
What's going on, y'all? It's Player Talk Radio. I am your gracious host, DJ Kuda, right back at the helm of today's show. Good morning, everybody, man. Shout outs to everybody that's in the building. Make sure you guys hit the like button on the way in and support the show. Got a great show for you guys today, man. There's so much stuff to cover, man. I don't even know where to start, but we ain't here for the duration of today's show, man. We just gonna kick it, just a lot of stuff to talk about. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold up. You have to run this back. So yeah, just a lot of stuff to cover, man. Recently, I don't know if you guys heard about it, but everybody that's probably late gonna cover it. I'm not sure if the show was last night, or I'm pretty sure it's probably Friday night. I was supposed to go live last night and save y'all Saturday from the BS. But I got sick, y'all. Dave Chappelle, I don't know if he had a special or if it was just a random show, but he did a show, and there was another comedian there named D-Ray. I don't know if y'all remember D-Ray, but D-Ray, if y'all probably do remember D-Ray, y'all probably remember him from some comedy skits, or y'all probably remembered him from, everybody's nose is on 10. It's not on fleek. Shout outs to Shatera in the building. How are you? Hopefully your nose not running too. Still got to work though, y'all. Y'all hit the like button to support the show. So yeah, Dave Chappelle, he kind of went in on Cat Williams a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But with comedians, it's weird though, because it's not like, like a comedian will insult another comedian, but they know each other, obviously, and they have like, history, and they, talk about all kinds of different things, They talk about all kinds of different things. So it's like kind of, because I've been around that circle, and I'm a bit funny myself. I'm actually pretty good. I call what I'm doing now a little bit of stand-up comedy. If you think about it, some of the aspects, of speaking, it goes in the realm of comedy. But I told you guys I had a good friend And I was just looking at a clip, of Coming to America 2 the other day, because I was supposed to see it. I even bought the movie, didn't even watch it, y'all. It kind of was that bad. I ain't gonna lie. But, my friend, he was in it. I gotta run and go get my hoodie at some point. Hold on, y'all. I'm tired of getting sick. But, you said Snotty Nose Gang. You said, but you're good. That's good. It's always good to see you. So, shit. I just dropped the last thing I wanted to drop. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I don't want to step on it. Hold on. Okay. So, yeah, Dave Chappelle ended up kind of going in on Cat Williams a little bit. I don't think it went the way he thought it was going to go. Because now everybody all of a sudden are new discovered Cat Williams fans. You people, they wasn't listening to Cat Williams. But I was around when Cat Williams kind of got canceled and everybody was kind of laughing at him. And then all of the crazy shit start popping up on the internet, like you see him fighting kids and getting choked out by 15-year-olds and all kinds of just crazy shit start coming out. And when the crazy stuff started coming out, I kind of wrote it off. I'm like, well, he's being blackballed. I didn't turn a blind eye to it, but if you've heard any of the older shows, if I did a show of it, because I got to remember, I probably got a show or two laying around where I was talking about it. Because I talked to my friend who's a Mason. They were trying to get me into the Prince Hall Masons and stuff like that. And like for the longest time, I didn't believe in that shit. We've been talking about it for the longest time. What's going on, Brother Love? He said Dave wasn't wrong though. Yeah, you know what? I was just gonna talk about it, but I'll play it because I gotta go get my hoodie and stuff like that. I'm gonna be here kicking it with you guys. Y'all hit the like button, support the show. It's gonna be a good show. So and the guy that that's a Prince Hall Mason, he come up with all kinds of different theories and conspiracy theories and stuff. So I thought he was capping until I started really looking at the stuff that Cat was talking about 6 years ago. I'll give it about 6 years, and it ended up being true. You know what I'm saying? It ended up being true. So like I said, I got a friend who's a comedian. And he was telling me how he met Dave Chappelle. He had the pictures too to back it up. But not like I didn't believe him or anything like that. But you know how niggas are and shit. And my friend Jermaine, he ended up playing the Prince. He ended up playing Eddie Murphy's son in Coming to America too. So we were very happy for him. And a lot of people don't know, man. He been on Comedy Central. It's just a long story, but a lot of people don't even know he got a twin too. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know he got a twin. But there's a lot of people that I can give y'all the history on. People don't know they got a twin. A lot of people didn't know Jackie Robinson got a twin. I don't think he's a twin. I think he's an older brother, but you get what I'm saying, man. But he was telling me about some of the stuff that goes on with comedians and stuff like that, And the crazy part is that a lot of people don't care because they look to those people, just, hey, be funny and entertain us. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Tony? You know, they were on some, hey, look, man, be funny and entertain us. That's how people look at comedians. And there's so many times I wish that Patrice O'Neal was still alive, man. I tell y'all. I weep some days, y'all. I weep some days that Patrice O'Neal ain't alive to see some of this shit. You dig? See if I can find this video and show y'all. Hold on. So y'all hit the like button. Support the show. Happy Sunday. I'm not gonna play it with the commentary. Hold on. These mosquitoes coming out right now, y'all. Hold on. All right, check this out. What's going on, Sheila? Shout outs to Sheila in the building. What's going on? How are you? All right, let's get into this real quick. Give me 1 second, y'all. I gotta go run and grab my hoodie. Give me 1 second.
And let me tell you, some comedy foremost, Cedric the Entertainer and Steve Harvey. All right, let's get it. And I've been doing comedy for almost 40 years, and I'm only 50 years old. And let me tell you something. I go to niggas baby christenings. I go to their weddings. I've gone to niggas funerals, and we're part of the game. It's this. He only eats the niggas. He didn't say anything about any of these white boys. And none of these white boys function like that. And Cat is one of the best painters in the game. So why are you drawing all ugly pictures of us? Stop. Hey, yo, did he say anything about me?
MREC TV.
Yes, he did. And what did he say?
Nothing bad.
That he loves me and I'm awesome. And you want to know why he said that? Because I've been nothing ever but kind to this nigga. And you can only say the same, and you can only say the same. I've never, ever hurt any of you. And all these niggas have taken shots at me because it hurts to be big. And can't hurt people, but I'm a hurt person that never hurt people. And he does it all the time. Fuck this one and fuck that one and fuck this one. But nigga, I didn't do anything that you did wrong. You didn't do nothing wrong. Cat didn't do nothing wrong.
MREC TV.
I'm gonna bring a picture of a black guy. Cat did this to me.
MREC
My cause was saying that D-Ray said it was good for the cause. That's all they gave. Oh, Marlon. Right, Marlon. So that's the only. Yo, nigga, he's not the only one. Fat Joe
MREC TV.
No, he's not. I am 50 years old. I am not beefing with you niggas. Ever. If you guys want to play the game like that, then set them up. Let's play, nigga. But I don't. But if you come at me, let's go. Yes, sir. Yo, D-Ray. D-Ray, let me tell you something about this nigga. I sat right there. All you gotta do is put a dick in your mouth. You got the whole outfit.
I'm about to play part 2 to the next clip. And listen, man. Listen, nobody got this. This is exclusive. Only on MREC TV. All right? Shots fired. Shots fired. Come on. I don't think y'all heard me. This is exclusive. Dave Chappelle going off on Cat Williams for ethering Cedric the Entertainer and Steve Harvey, etc., etc., etc. Tiffany Haddish.
So another thing too is kind of like the manosphere. Well, not even the manosphere, but it's kind of like this online space where it's like people are like they're not in alliance with each other, but they click up. They definitely click up, you know? So it's kind of like when you have a whole bunch of legends going at each other, people make friends. And the thing is that not everybody get the greatest end of the stick, right? But these people been in the game for a long time, made millions of people laugh. You know what I'm saying? So this is kind of what happens when established, I'll use the word established people are beefing with each other.
And all that. I'm about to play another clip. And who knows, man? You know, my show get wild. we might get some surprises. I don't know. You know what I mean? Me putting this out, who knows what may happen? I don't know. This is just because, you know, Dave Chappelle, he don't allow people to film at his shows with, you can't even bring your phone in the event. Okay. So when I tell you this exclusive, run it up. Okay. Run it up. Support that super chat, Cash App. I'm about to play this next clip. All right. Let's get it.
Shout out to my brother Brian Will in the building. What's going on, player?
Salute to the Rec Mob. Run it up.
What's going on, LSP?
Part 2.
All you gotta do is put a dick in your mouth. You got the whole outfit. Shut the fuck up, nigga. I'm not afraid of none of y'all. And if you got a problem with that nigga, talk to my bodyguards. They'll see you. I'm just fucking with you. Give that nigga a drink. Get him a Ripple. A Ripple. Oh, come on, guys. Man, I don't even know why I'm here. I do know why I'm here. Because Dion Cole's an old nigga. Officially today. No, you with that phone. I did not know you Cole's man.
MREC TV.
Come on, man. I'm a historical figure. And all you comedian niggas have to admit, I did it. And I don't know where Cat is, but that nigga's waiting for all of us.
MREC TV.
Cat is gonna kill us all. Oh my God. I love everybody, but I love Cat Williams more than a lot of people. And that nigga is wild.
MREC TV.
All right. I'm at war with the Illuminati too. But what part of the war is ethering Cedric the Entertainer? I'm going to dismantle the Illuminati. And I'm going to stop with Cedric the Entertainer.
MREC TV.
Cedric the dude is old, is fat. Leave this nigga alone.
MREC TV.
Steve Harvey doesn't even do this anymore. Hey, Jones. Hey, lady, you tweet. Don't tell anybody what I'm saying. This bitch like she tweeting all the time. Cat Williams' beef is hot. Don't do that. Don't do that. Everybody put your phones down. Let's just have a good time. You said what? No, D-Ray. You know why? Because Marlon Wayans called me and told me you said what Cat did was good for comedy. No, it's not.
And Brett
Nigga, I'm 50. No, it's not. No, because he did that shit.
He shot a lot of lights regardless of what motherfucker. He shot a lot of lights on comedy when shit was born. Motherfuckers out here bored in the motherfucker. He made his basketball again. It's competitive. Yeah. You want? Can we get? You going 2000?
No, shut up, nigga, because you know why I disagree? Because I put a special out the same day, and it was fine. And this nigga had to come out, I read 3,000 books by the time I was 7 years old. What the fuck are you talking about? They read that ain't the money. Where's the money in that? Where is the money in that?
He dropped the album. He put out a mixtape. Yeah.
and Wreck TV.
Nigga, that sounds ridiculous.
No, I'm telling you. You had to talk about it, so I know I was smart.
No, say it again. All right. He said, D-Ray, I will check. Yes. I put out an album and he put out a mixtape.
Yeah, your shit pop. You put out a mixtape.
Can I get another Casamigos? It's fun being drunk, isn't it, Dion? Dion's got the right idea. This album mixtape shit you're talking about.
Mic check. There you have it. I'm going to play it again. But this is exclusive. Dave Chappelle going off on Cat Williams. You could notice.
And this is all comedy, by the way, y'all. What Dave Chappelle is essentially saying is that he's at war with the Illuminati too, but at what point do you throw Cedric under the bus? All right, that's all he's talking about. Okay? He's like, okay, I'm at war with the Illuminati also. At what point though do you throw Cedric the Entertainer under the bus? Now, rest in peace to him. You know Pops. Some of y'all know Pops before y'all will know the name that I'm about to say. What's his name? Is his name John Witherspoon? See, now I'm gonna fuck around and forget his name. John Witherspoon, the guy that played Pops. He was in All the Fridays. John Witherspoon. He said something, I forgot what podcast he was on. And I don't know, when he said it, I read the title. I might have to go find it. But what he said kind of makes sense. He said that Steve Harvey, at the time back in the day, was doing his hair a certain way. I don't get it, but then again, I kind of do. You know, like the high top fade. I would say more so the mustache, because he didn't have a high top fade. Steve Harvey had a high top fade, right? But Witherspoon was saying that Steve Harvey was trying to get his hair to look like Richard Pryor's. And I thought about it. I said, but then again, I'm like, well, knowing what I know about the comedians and the bang bang, yeah. You know, knowing what I know about the comedians and the comedy game, I'm not even gonna put that. It's not even. I don't even think that's a far-fetched idea. Even though Richard Pryor didn't have a bush, but he did have the old school mustache. What's going on, War Master? There he goes. Yeah, bang bang. Yeah, John Witherspoon. Yeah, I can't believe he passed, man. But then again, I can. But you know, people coming up, like there's people that's just been old forever. Like recently, I saw a picture of Samuel L. Jackson, and I'm like, damn, he's kind of aging. I'm seeing Morgan Freeman, but Morgan Freeman always looked old. But it's like, damn, he's aging. And I damn sure, out of all the seasons of Chappelle's Show, and DVDs and how much times I've watched them skits over and over again. It's crazy to see Dave Chappelle look like this. Not saying that Dave Chappelle looks bad, but we older. You know, I still remember Chappelle with the, with the Kangol hats. Shit. What even happened to the guys that used to be on like the his show that used to like sit down with the banjo and the harmonica? Chappelle show. They probably gone at this point. I probably shouldn't have asked about them. But we're getting older, man. We're getting older. And to see where everybody's at is crazy. You only get like a really good 15, 20 years of seeing people like really do their thing. For real. Even The Rock looks old. Hell no, I'm not finna get gray hair. Please don't wish that on me. Hell no. I'm gonna have a meltdown if I get gray hair. I wouldn't know what to do. You said no, Steve Harvey was fro was full and thick. I only remember Steve Harvey with a high top fade. Even on the show, who did he play? I keep thinking it's Mr. Cooper, but it's not Mr. Cooper, where he played the saxophone. You said Morgan Freeman been old since 85, right? Yeah. Yeah, man unit. Right, a man unit. Steve Harvey, man. And I like Steve Harvey. I like Steve Harvey a lot. You know what I'm saying? I like him a lot. Obviously, whether the story is his or not, he he's a great storyteller. You know who been old since forever, but he probably old as hell now? The dude from Bell Atlantic. All the people that were older growing up are either gone or still old as hell and unfazed. Like the Life with Louie guy, I've always thought he was old. I think he passed away. The Bell Atlantic guy, I forgot his name. I think he's old as what's his name? James Earl Jones, if I'm not mistaken. James Earl Jones. You said man unit. That hair ain't real. Yeah, man. But Steve Harvey has he'll have like a demeanor. Yeah, we didn't know it was real then. Like when I was a kid, I used to think until women started telling me they were wearing wigs. I used to think a lot of girls' hair was real. Nope. I was flabbergasted. I would like a chick, I like her hair, and then time is a wig. But anyway, I want to throw that out there. I never made that correlation. And I like Paul Mooney too. I kind of hate when people pass because little stuff start coming out. And if you want to go down that rabbit hole, you can. But it may destroy your thoughts of somebody that you may like. Because, if you go look at Richard Pryor's story, and then go look up, what's his name? Marlon Brando? Or Marlon Brando? And then you kind of go look at Paul Mooney's story. And you go down the rabbit hole, you go look certain things up, and it's like, uh-oh. So some of these comedians, man, rough lives. You got to take it with a grain of salt. We'll get back into the topic of the show, but let's let this go for a little bit. Y'all hit the like button, support the show. It's Player Talk Radio. Let's get it.
Dave Chappelle was drunk. D-Ray was on stage. D-Ray was telling him what Cat did on Shannon Sharp's show was good for comedy. Dave disagreed. I mean, y'all saw what it was. But yeah.
Yeah, so that's because D-Ray came up there with millennial with the millennial disposition.
Oh, on that note, I'm gonna do what I do. I'm gonna run the clip, but I'm thinking, oh, somebody hitting me. Uh-oh. Peace. Peace.
Hey, Brett.
Who this?
Hey, yo, this Reggie Curl, yo. Hey, yo, where you get that video from?
Man, I can't give up my sources, bro.
Hey, yo, you know I was there, yo. We was there live, yo. That shit, like, it may sound like Dave was basically hating on him, but it was coming from a place of hurt, yo. He actually kind of like you said, he loved Cat, but he was kind of roasting him and going in on it. And Dave was drunk as shit, yo. Yo, you keep the exclusive, yo. We was sitting there. Corey Holcomb, yo, there was a whole lot of us sitting there in the audience, and in the way Dave went off, the way it looked like he really roasting Cat. But by the end of the
See, that's the thing, and that's what I was explaining earlier. Y'all would think he's roasting Cat, but the whole time it's comedians communicate. They communicate different. They communicate different. You know what I'm saying? They communicate different. So y'all be thinking they going off on somebody, and the whole time they just communicating.
night, yeah, he had some good shit to say about Shorty though.
No doubt. I
Yeah,
mean,
it got real and shit, yo. It got real because Scroncho was there.
They communicate
somebody was trying to heckle. Scroncho got up. He was great check him. Dave seen Scroncho, called him up on the stage, and they had like a real nigga, real brother to brother type of conversation going on too. Because Dave know all of us. He seen a lot of shit. He keep it, yo. I was shocked, even though he was drunk. You see how drunk he was.
yeah,
Dion
that's a fact.
D-Ray was drunk. See, D-Ray was trying to explain it too, because a lot of us was feeling like how D-Ray felt. Then by the end of the night, Dave, he started changing. He changed his tune to make it seem like he was hating, but he seemed like he was more hurt because he ain't go after like the white boys in comedy and a whole lot of other people. But this is a brotherhood. This is a black issue for real, for real.
Got you. So what kind of show was it? Was it Dave Chappelle and D-Ray opened up, or like, you know what I mean?
No, on the Mondays, they it's like D-Ray Mondays. D-Ray do this shit like every Monday.
Oh, okay.
And then it's like, I think like yeah, it was Dion's birthday. So you know, everybody out there to celebrate Dion's birthday. So niggas just pop up and get drunk and just allow, you know what I'm saying, and go hard.
Got you. Man, so what was Dave saying to Scruncho? What was the vibe like?
Oh, okay. Once he seen Scruncho, it was love. Because Scruncho went up there and was like, yo, since like you a goat, Dave, Cat a goat, and the shit that you saying and doing now, I mean, like in person is no different from what Cat did when he pulled Cedric out. So since won't y'all just go ahead, get on the phone, talk it out, you feel me? Like men, like a brotherhood. Then and Dave was like, yo, y'all some real niggas. That's a good ass idea, and that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm just waiting for them to, you know what I'm saying, for Dave and Cat to sit down with the exclusive and shit and put all of us on for real. Yeah, because it's like, it seemed like, because like I was feeling some kind of way.
See, that's the thing. They're not gonna sit down. It's not beef. Like I don't know why people don't get this. It's not, even though they're going through social media, it's not beef. This is how comedians deal with each other. This is how they spar with each other intellectually. This is how they do things a certain way to keep each other on their toes. Okay? The majority of comedians, aside from like the over the top jokes and you know what I'm saying, other than the over the top jokes and some of the things that they may do, they're literally truth tellers, you know. And a lot of you guys don't realize that they literally get paid to tell the truth for the most part for a living. The thing is that they got to make y'all laugh. They got to make y'all laugh to stop y'all from crying or doing something crazy. You know what I'm saying? Some people could say it's the same thing for rappers, but what throws people off is that it's over a beat and it's catchy. You know what I'm saying? But comedians, they usually get paid to tell you guys the truth and make you guys laugh. So how they set up a joke and the structure of the jokes are you know what I'm saying, are set up that when you hear the truth, instead of getting mad, you laugh. That's why they call it a punchline. You have your hook, you got your punchline, you know, you got your setup, you have, you know, different structures to jokes now. It's actually a formula and it's down to a science.
Too against Dave, you know, because Cat my dude. You know what I'm saying? Cat my dude. Cat,
This guy straight up from Baltimore. He my dude.
like I'm one of the niggas that Cat took on tour. He took me and Scruncho, and Cat paid me swell. You feel what I'm saying? I can't say that about a lot of people. So like when by Dave catching on what he catching on, and we look up to Dave. You feel what I'm saying? It kind of hurt my feelings. You feel what I'm saying? Until like once he started talking and going on, and when Scruncho went up there and was shocking to me, he recognized Scruncho from Scruncho Special. He called Scruncho brilliant. You feel what I'm saying? He know about the knockout things of comedy. So I was just shocked. You know, man, Scruncho, we keep our red hats on. I keep my beanie on. They call me a Beam Elijah one. But it was like, you know what I'm saying? It was like watching our big brothers fight. You feel what I'm saying? And it was like, yo, this is like, I felt kind of funny at first. But then by the end of the night, especially when Scruncho got up there, Dion Cole and D.C. Ray, once the brotherhood got up in there and they was talking the day, they was like, man, I'm gonna call him. That's love. And he kind of changed his note on that shit. So I can't wait to hear him, especially after seeing this shit.
But Dave didn't say anything bad. Dave just literally just made a joke, which was kind of, I wouldn't say it was kind of true, but I guess Cat threw him out there just to say, or at least to show y'all that a lot of his material has been getting took, which y'all found out is true. Dave Chappelle's only saying, at what point do you throw Cedric under the bus, though? Do you know what I'm saying? Because, and I like Cedric also. I mean, I think he's a good, I mean, he has been over the years a good fill-in comedian. I forgot who else was supposed to be on the Kings of Comedy, but Cedric the Entertainer had to fill in for him. I totally forgot who was supposed to be on the Kings of Comedy, but they ended up using Cedric to fill in for him. Cedric, I would say he had a pretty prosperous career in the 90s and 2000s. You know, I would say.
Yeah, you know, man, I'm surprised you keep the joint, Joe. You keep that like this shit. And Dave, and I want to hear if Dave called and see what was cracking, because basically when Scruncho got on stage, Dave kind of changed his note. Not like if he was.
I mean, there's nothing to respond to.
And intimidated because Scruncho spoke some real shit to him, some real stuff to him, spoke from a place of love. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm sitting right there. I was just flabbergasted because I ain't think that, you know what I mean? Like Dave said, Cat ain't say nothing about Dave. You know what I'm saying? But he loved Dave. You feel me? But then, you know, Dave came with this. You know, Dave was a little drunk. Not a little drunk. He was a lot of drunk.
Yeah.
And everybody looked up to Dave. We hold on to everything that he say and do. So that shit had me like, it had me stuck between a rock and a hard place. Because me and Dave, we from the same hometown. And, you know, and I look up to Dave. I'm like, we work with each other, but I work.
There's nothing really to say. I mean, I didn't know that Dave and Cat Williams interview dropped on the same day. I thought, I think when I did the Dave Chappelle story last week, I thought it was like a little bit before. But now that I think about it, probably was during. I thought it was like a little bit before the Cat Williams thing. Because Dave ended up shooting another, what is it? What was the name of his last special? Is it called The Closer? Or was The Closer the other one? But anyway, he ended up doing a special. And he ended up pissing off the trans community again. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. Because they're on the docket for today. But he ended up doing a special, and he ended up going off on the trans community, and well, not even going off. He ended up making a great joke, a great series of jokes about the trans community, and he used the psychology from what I was just telling y'all recently about comedy. Okay, now what was the psychology that he used, Kuda? Well, thank you for asking. The psychology that he used was the same thing that I was just telling y'all about the jokes and the truth. So he had a whole bunch of people sitting up there all night laughing. Because also too, if you look at the psychology of laughter, it entails that people are listening keenly. So it depends, especially as a comedian, because you might be trying new material or whatever, or you're doing anything, you're doing your thing. But the laughter is not only just laughter for the crowd or the comedian. Sometimes too, y'all, it's confirmation. Okay? So he's sitting up there, he's telling these jokes. People are just laughing. He's getting a bunch of confirmation. And then at the end of the joke, he tells a crazy, dark, black pill, very dark, very dark, trans joke. So I guess he was like telling a joke I guess he met Jim Carrey or somebody, obviously another comedian that he may look up to. And he was talking about how he met Jim Carrey, but it was like in between him filming a movie. So Jim Carrey had to be in character, right? And he was talking about how he really wanted to kind of meet Jim Carrey. I was about to say Jim Character. But Dave was talking about how he was so set on, he was starstruck, and he was just so set on meeting Jim Carrey. He wanted to meet Jim Carrey, but he couldn't meet Jim Carrey because Jim Carrey was so into his character. He basically was the character and not Jim Carrey. So people was telling him to address Jim as the character that he was playing in the movie and not Jim Carrey. So it's like he technically met Jim Carrey, but he didn't. But he's like, I'm looking the guy in the eyes and everything. It's like, I see it's Jim Carrey, but Jim Carrey's playing this character. As you can see how genius this joke is set up. And it's probably true. That's the crazy part. So he's telling this story, and the story is funny as hell. And then he turns around and ends the joke on a he's like same thing with the trans people. You know what I'm saying? Like he's basically telling how people are LARPing. And yes, I use the term LARPing. LARPing is a acronym for live action role playing, which is funny as hell because it's LARPing. I don't know why I use that term, but that's literally what's going on. But yeah, it was funny, and a whole bunch of people laughed. But you can imagine, I guess you could call this the post joke clarity, because after I wouldn't say the novelty, but after people was realizing what they were laughing at, and even realized how funny it was, and maybe realized how hard they laughed at it. Kind of like the Will Smith effect. Chris Rock told a joke. Will was sitting there laughing his ass off until he realized what was said and thought he had to get up and go do something about it. Instead of just taking the joke. That's how comedians live. Like, they can heckle somebody, they can get into it with somebody and all kinds of stuff. You got to understand the world of comedy. It's a lot different, but it's black pill. This is very dark. The comedy realm is beyond the red pill. It's black pilled like shit. So if somebody makes a joke, sometimes you sit there and you just take it. I forgot the name of the show, but I remember Trump was there. I remember Snoop was there. That's why I don't even know why Snoop went off on Trump like that. But anyway, guess he was following Nipsey. But anyway, I forgot rappers sometimes too don't have their own thoughts. But anyway, I forgot the name of the show, but like they literally sit on the podium and it's like a whole bunch of comedians and celebrities just kind of sitting around, and like it's like it'll be like the roast of Justin Bieber or the roast of this person, and literally they will sit up there and roast people into oblivion, just whether the jokes are funny or not. It's just low blow after low blow, and you just got to sit there and take the joke. Well, today's day and age, especially with the zillennials and the younger millennials, they don't know how to take a joke. Even what's his name, Haha Davis, and a couple of other people, older comedians like like Dave Chappelle and a bunch of other comedians, they heckle these new cats on getting on stage and actually telling jokes, because that's where a lot of these comedians start. They start from from on stage and telling jokes and stuff like that. Even though a lot of these newer comedian cats, you know what I'm saying, they're good at using the internet. They're good at using Vine. They're good at conveying and telling jokes in under a minute, or using props and other things in their videos and stuff like that. So you could only imagine when they run into like a Dave Chappelle or a D-Ray or somebody like that, how they're looking at them like, okay, well, yeah, you're a comedian, but honestly, you don't kind of live up to the actual title of being an actual comedian, because you kind of, I wouldn't say you hide behind social media and your phone and stuff like that, but that's how they look at them, when honestly, there are different forms of comedy. But the crazy part is an audience is an audience. And when you look to see certain people and they have the image of funny on them and stuff like that, that you look to them to make you laugh, even as a source to a certain degree of escaping your reality. That you look at these comedians. Y'all look at these comedians and joke tellers, and I mean, obviously it's a trade-off. They've made millions, a lot of them. But y'all look at these comedians damn near as if they're not human, man. Like, really, y'all can't even tell if Kevin Hart is going through a real crisis, because it's like, well, he's usually funny when you see him, you know? So a lot of these comedians are pretty depressed too.
Cat more.
Got
you feel
you.
me? Like cat really, put food on my plate, pay bills, you know what I'm saying? Yo, look out for me. Like this thing with my face on love. I got locked up with him that day. You know what I'm saying? Man, cat. So we rap buddies and every damn thing. But yeah, I was looking at that shit like the same way, like how y'all looking at it, like how Dave was going in on him. And at first he was. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just saw that. But when Toronto got up there and talked to him, because we cat friends. You know what I'm saying? We ain't fans, we fucking friends. And we go through a brotherhood. And then like we just spoke like how D-Ray was trying to explain to Dave. Yo, we think it's good for comedy.
Got
For like the rap, the joke things to get exposed, and that just open up room for like hard working comics like myself and us just to keep on going. Yeah, man, to keep the big knocking out these tours, knocking out this comedy, and thanks to you, we got the kings of knock, we got the knockout kings of comedy coming, man. And
that's a fact.
Dave, Dave, I wish y'all had more. And could have been there, because by the end of the night, it was like brotherhood again. Like it ain't no just we knocking each other. Dave ain't knocking Cat ain't knocking Dave. I mean, we ain't. Dave ain't knocking Stroncho ain't knocking Dave. It's like it started coming from a warm place, a place of love. Because at first it was like it seemed like a lot of hate. You feel me? And we had enough of that shit, especially in comedy. And right now, I think like how D-Ray was thinking. I think that this shit was good for comedy. It's really bringing out the real hitters, the real us, so that we can come out here and do our thing. Because like Cat ain't lied. That's one thing he like. We couldn't say that Cat lied. Cat went out there and he told the bone truth. He told the bone truth. I don't know about him reading 7,000 books like everybody say and making crop circles and all that good shit. But everything else for comedy, man. I roll with Cat on this.
Gotcha.
I roll.
And then you got to look at it now too. Some of these comedians stood the test of time. You know what I'm saying? Look at Seinfeld. Look at all the other. Look at the white comedians. A lot of them. They made their bag. You don't really hear from them too much, and they're either off doing their thing, collecting Porsches, and raising their family. You know what I'm saying? They're not really stuck up on this whole, they're not stuck up on the whole Illuminati thing. So what I'm saying is like the circle that maybe used to be doing the rituals and all that other stuff, maybe things have changed. Maybe those cats, and they always depict it as like the older cats at the top. You always think about it as like the older guys at the top, that are like the 2% and they're doing their thing. What's going on, Royce? Shout out to my brother Royce J in the building. What's going on, man? We got the good brothers in the building, man. Royce J, War Master. We have everybody in the building, man. Tony, you did. But this is the thing, man. Maybe Chappelle, outlived a generation of the quote unquote Illuminati. Times are changing. Trans community mad at certain things, which they shouldn't be, because a lot of them are running around being bullies. And honestly, too, if you think about it, the people make jokes about everybody. So what makes them exempt? You dig? Also, and just to show you how like things are changing, I mean, think about it. We 2 hours and 4 minutes into the madness. Hit the like button, support the show. Give me y'all some really good game on today's show. And talking about some things that I can get in trouble for talking about. But anyway, to further show you how the world is changing, why wasn't they promoting trans back in the 90s and 2000s? Why wasn't, obviously they were around, but why wasn't it that big? Why is it being promoted now? You see, back in the day, if you made fun of the, not just the L Gibbet, but just feminism, you were thrown under the bus the same way by the quote unquote powers that may be, right? But now, is it the trans? Is it the, what is it now? Like, what changed? What evolved? And then you got to think about it like this. Epstein is gone. Weinstein, all the Steens are gone. Well, not all of them, but people that played a big role, you know what I'm saying? In the yesteryear. A lot of them, or people that are associated with them, a lot of them are gone in the Hollywood scene. But then again, those might be the faces of something, y'all. There's people that Dave has seen, hung out, partied with, that we will never know. Okay? Real rich people. This is why I laugh at y'all when y'all be really like soaking up this manosphere content and stuff like that. When I was running around in the DMV area smoking big cigars, you know how much rich people you'll run into at just a random cigar shop and nobody knows? Rich as hell. Get you a whole box of cigars just for talking to them. Rich people, or the high value man, they don't want to be seen. They don't want nobody to know. Definitely does make you a victim. The richest people in the world pay to keep their names out of the newspaper. They pay for their freedom. So when dudes are talking about high value man this and spend money on bitches, that and all that other. Man, you talking about a particular type of person that makes money and fucks it off in a particular type of manner. High value my nuts. Half these women don't even know what a Richard Millie is. And if they do, 9 times out of 10, they learned it from a rapper. So that kind of shouldn't even excite somebody that's wearing one anyway. Truth be told.
Yeah, man.
You know what time it is.
And I hope that they call him, like Scronto said, and settle this shit. Because it looked like they great go at it.
Well, look, I'm gonna send you a link, you know what I mean? So you can really pop in on the show so people can see you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna send you a link, and we do it like that. And pound that like button. This is exclusive. We got Reggie Carroll on the line.
So yeah, man, if y'all want to, all y'all favorite YouTubers are gonna be talking about it today. Oh my God, Dave Chappelle! I want y'all to hear it from Player Talk Radio first, because guess what? Now that y'all seen it, I thoroughly sat here and told y'all it. Now y'all get to look at some of these content creators when they put it on their little thumbnail or they do their little pre-record about it or talk about it. Now y'all gonna see how they click and bait y'all into clicking their videos and be like, is it beef? Is it? No, it's not beef, man. But y'all gonna fall for that shit anyway. Anyway, whatever. Earlier I was telling you guys about the family unit, the nuclear family unit in America, and not just black people that had to worry or will worry about the nuclear family unit in America. Remember, I was telling you guys about The Simpsons. I was telling you guys about Family Guy and stuff like that. Well, unfortunately, America, it's the American thing where they have to dumb down the father, on television. Y'all even seen it with Family Matters. Y'all seen it in certain, Everybody Hates Chris, certain little shows and stuff like that. You would see how in the storylines and stuff that they would dumb down the father figure in, of certain shows and stuff like that. And y'all are seeing certain things going on in the world right now with even them importing immigrants in America. Importing immigrants in America. So how you got to look at it is like, okay, well, what's going on? Are y'all prepared for what's going on, or can y'all see the play? Aaron, what's his name? Aaron Clary talked about this a minute ago, and he was on point where he talked about this. But he has a video that was talking that he kind of, I think he's talking about it again, if I'm not mistaken. But he said something very interesting. Let me see. Let me not make sure. Yes, Aaron Clary. I like Aaron Clary a lot, actually. But he talks about modern man and how dudes, even white men, but especially, I'm not gonna lie, I'll tell you who I've seen or who I'm seeing, which is like the older millennials and Gen Zs, how they're pulling back from a thing called the American dream. And the thing is that they're not fucking off their resources. The average man is not fucking off his resources to achieve what the man of yesteryear would. So it's like a gap in, I wouldn't say productivity, but it's like a gap in like available resources that men aren't. It's a hole, y'all, that's not being filled anymore. And we could all say that the hole, I wouldn't say is necessarily filled by men that are naive, but it was necessarily, it was filled by men that did at some point given system, but participate. So obviously the passport bros and all this other foolery going on that people like to remix and promote. But one thing men aren't doing is exhausting their resources as much as they were before, because a lot of people now understand that it's a game, and they don't want to unnecessarily put themselves in a trick bag like the people of yesteryear has. And as a matter of fact, a lot of men and people, if they can teach themselves, especially in the West, can learn what other countries know that we don't know. We think ordering food and Netflix and all this other stuff is a luxury, which it is. But just because things are a luxury doesn't make it better. I'm giving y'all some game on today's show. Starting y'all day off right. Y'all hit the like button and support the show. Okay? Listen to what I'm saying. These are first world problems, y'all. One thing I noticed when I came to what was considered a third world country, which I think is second world and progressive, but hey, let people tell it it's a third world country or whatever, is you look around and you see people more happy with less. Men don't need all of that shit. Minimalism, I would say, is the way to go. Because it's easier to minimalize than to become quote unquote rich. And the weird thing about it is that you will find a bunch of richness in minimalism. Kind of goes back to that saying that Chris Rock had, speaking of comedians, that if a dude could pull a woman in a cardboard box, he would. If he could pull a woman with just a cardboard box. Let's go. Hold on.
But what should really scare people, what should really keep you up at night, is this meme. It's a picture of a bare room with nothing but a mattress and a TV. And the caption, "Men think it's okay to live like this."
Damn
The
straight.
reason this meme should send chills down your spine
Hold
is
on,
because
yo.
it shows you how little men need to survive. And whereas today the average man
Oh,
makes
he only put it on the
$53,000 a year,
thumbnail.
understand that's because he has to. The current population of men have houses, mortgages, car loans, student loans, families, bills, child support, alimony, etc., etc. But also understand, well, things are indeed expenses. They're also in society via families, education, spouses, etc. Investments in society men deemed worthwhile because they would presumably get a return on those investments, and a unified front that men were no longer needed or wanted. What if the media, the institutions, the opposite sex, and the schools sent a consistent and decades-long message that men were no longer welcomed to participate in society? What if they literally said those words, "We don't need you"? Without a society to reciprocally invest in, let alone participate in, how much would men need to work to simply survive? How much would men need to work to merely exist? Perhaps enjoying some video games while living at home and collecting Social Security at 62. And using previous research done for my book, Poor Richard's Retirement, where I calculated that precise number, adjusting for inflation, the answer today is $21,900. A full 60% less than the 53,000 men produce today. Men are certainly dropping out of the labor force, working less, and studying less. But what should concern every American and Westerner today is not that we're losing 3% of the male workforce every decade. It should be just how low men can go. Men don't need SUVs, designer clothes, McMansions in the suburbs, master's degrees, even children, and certainly not other men's children. They can literally get by with a cot, a $300 flat panel TV, a PlayStation, And if you're kind enough to provide it, an EBT card and disability check while living at home. This would result in a 60% drop in everything men produce. And that production isn't the variety of DEI consultants, pre-K teachers, or whatever other worthless horse shit women disproportionately produce in this economy. It's the critical, infrastructural, vital stuff we need to simply live. And so, as much as society seems to be pains to consider what men want, if they want the lights to stay on, if they want to live, they're going to have to. Because otherwise, in enough time, there will simply be no society.
Hmm. This is another guy. Instead of the angry man, you got angry guy. Hold on, y'all. He be dropping videos. I gotta get on the same campaign he got. Batch record all these damn videos and just start dropping them. Let's check this one out. Give me 1 second, y'all.
Angry guy here, and men don't care about women anymore. Guys, if you're enjoying this content, please help get the channel to 100,000 subscribers on our journey to 2 million by subscribing to the channel if you already haven't, liking the video, and turning on notifications to never miss another video ever again. Now let's begin. Men don't care about women anymore. I find this to be a very interesting subject and a topic to speak about. Women don't realize that men have stopped caring about them. Women don't realize that men no longer care about their survival. You know, men have an instinct to put themselves in danger to protect a woman. It is a natural survival instinct that most men have. And yet, more and more men no longer have they no longer to protect the women around them. And women is this. Modern women have tormented men. They have created a cycle where men no longer want to even be in their presence. They have destroyed virtually every male space. They have essentially destroyed the relationship with men. And not only did they scorch the earth, but they are literally in the process of dropping basically an atomic attack. That's really what it is. Because as they are facing destitution, they are going for everything they can possibly go for. As you can see, their hashtag Me Too is making a resurgence. Part 2 is going to be even more severe than part 1. And
well,
they're
I'm not gonna say it's gonna be more severe, but it's gonna be more updated. And what you're seeing now with this whole Me Too shit also is that it's an archetype of brothers that are getting wrapped up. So what's going on right now, and I'm gonna do it with the next slide. I don't know if I should keep the show going or if I should stop the show because we're 2 hours and 21 minutes into it, and I gotta run and do something to come right back. But the original archetype or archetype of men that used to get caught up in the Me Too movements, they're not even playing ball no more. Pause. Like you're not really hearing about the basketball players go down like that. even though they are, this new generation's not going down like that. You know, you hearing about them swapping out girlfriends and stuff like that, but you're not hearing about, you know, no real Me Too movement. The last famous basketball player that was gonna get Me Too passed away. Rest in peace, Kobe. You know, you're not even hearing rappers. I mean, you're hearing rappers getting caught up in some bullshit, but it's like these kind of like no name rappers. Like recently, I think they caught one rapper at Walmart trying to touch women or some shit. I don't fucking know. But it's not going down the way that y'all think it is. Then y'all look at the thumbnail of today's show. If y'all caught the joke, you know, the Jonathan Majors cat. I ain't gonna lie, tucking a hoodie into some sweatpants is that right there is different. But what I'm bringing to your attention and giving y'all some really good content as always on giving y'all some really good game on today's show is that even look at the archetype of men that are getting thrown under the bus, which usually would have been like the gay friend or the orbiter or getting my head out the gutter, you know, the more docile, chilling, suburban, upper scale black men that, you know, just happen to be dating, that happen to be straight and dating women. The good guy is getting Me Too. You know, the simps and the protectors that are supposed to be around these women that are kind of orbiting them are getting Me Too. So that's why when y'all keep telling me about, oh well, Kuda, these guys are incels and all that, it's like, no, bro, you got the whole game backwards. The incels are actually okay. Being alone these days is a blessing. I'll even go as far as to say, depending on how deep you are or what the idiot can pull, you know, you're even better getting played on the internet than in real life by some of these girls, because a lot of the things that you're going through, it's a proximity war. It's not even a proximity war. It's like the thing is to like really to really go through some bullshit with a woman, for the most part, you have to be you have to be in proximity to them, in some type of proximity to them. And I hate to give you an example, but this is an example I know y'all can get, and y'all can actually see it play out in real time. And women can't figure it out, especially if you're an idiot. You have a big red idiot running around the manosphere right now that bamboozled all of y'all, and oh, I'm a victim, oh, I'm a victim, this person, he's stalking me, gave her money by the way, he's stalking me, he's doing this, that, and third. And everywhere you go around this space, this person can't stop talking about this person's literally cyber stalking this person is accusing this person of everything under the sun.
You're a victim.
There we go, CSI.
This person won't shut the fuck up about this person. This person has nothing else to talk about, and then lied to y'all. Blatantly lied to y'all. Oh, I'm doing this for women. Oh, I don't want to. And this is why the women are getting in her ass right now as we speak. Stupid. So you're trying, and gaslighting and everything. You're at every corner. You're trying to see women make this Me Too thing work. But guess what? Guess what's the blessing? This person wasn't around that person. So that's good. That's why I'm like telling people, don't listen to these weirdos in this space. They don't know what the hell is going on. They just be like, oh, well, he did all of this and he didn't hit. He's lucky he didn't hit. Dealing with a motherfucker like that that's trying to Me Too you on YouTube and doing everything and just bringing up everything and gaslighting everything and trying their darnest to make something stick. So what I'm telling y'all is, imagine if these people were in real proximity from each other. then it's going to be a whole fiasco because you don't know what happened. You don't know who hit. You don't know what's going on. So you're not seeing the obvious brother that used to get caught up in this bullshit get caught up in this bullshit. You're actually seeing the well-to-do good ones getting fucked over by piece of shit people in society that chose to use the law, you know, and the court of public opinion. So this is why, you know, a lot of dudes are like, you know what, I'll take less. You know what, I'm not even trying to get wrapped up with no chick. Once y'all start getting weird, y'all deserve to get cut off. For real. It ain't personal. Well, actually, it is. Because a nigga need to cut y'all off before it start getting personal. But let's go. Hold on.
Turning to lonely fans and only fools to supplement their income. Pimps are making a return and moving online.
And they're really not. These aren't pimps. These are boyfriend pimps, but they're not pimps.
I mean, they've destroyed society. And they still believe that men somehow care about them. You have these women that are getting all of this attention from simps and using the simp economy to supplement their lifestyles. But these men aren't marrying them. And they don't comprehend that the plan B guys don't want them anymore. And the more they criticize men, the more men are only going to say, yeah, I'm done, I'm walking away. Because they don't know how to compete for a man. They think that men are essentially the equivalent of ants, worker ants, that will bring them whatever they want, and then once they're done with them, they'll step on them. They do not like men in Western society. They resent them. But at the same time, they view them as, you know, utilities, disposable utilities, where they take what they want and then they get rid of them as quickly as possible because, you know, they view them as turds. Worse than turds, because, you know, a woman doesn't hate, mostly women don't hate turds, but they do not like men. They see us, they do not like us. They absolutely do not like us. You know, they have more compassion for a cockroach than for a man. Even though a cockroach will make them scream, they have more compassion for a cockroach than a man. And they don't comprehend that men no longer acknowledge them much. A lot of men are literally not seeing them anymore, not looking at them, just completely looking through them, walking around them, and they're complaining. You know, they're disconnected from reality because so many people cannot eat right now, and they're out there with their Lunchable meats, eating Lunchable meat to survive, and then crying that they can't even afford the cost of said Lunchable meat. And they're still doing this. And they think in their minds, they believe truly in their hearts that no matter what, men will always come rescue them. This is how crazy they are. They think, you know, for example, they don't believe in men, they believe in the government. But these people actually think that if the government ever became tyrannical and women needed men to rescue them from the tyranny of the government, they could shame men into rescuing them from the tyranny of the government that they have been accomplices with, that has destroyed the lives of men. Guys, this is why I tell you we are dealing with absolutely functionally insane people at best. Functionally insane. The level of narcissism is beyond any scope I could have ever imagined.
If Jesus can't save these hoes, why are you trying? What make you think you greater than Jesus?
Yeah, he's the angry. He's not the angry man. He's the angry dude. I guess he rebranded War Master to Angry MGTOW. He's the angry dude.
Whoa, calm down, Jamal. Don't pull out the 9.
ever imagined. And yet, that is the modern day woman, completely divorced from reality, 100%. And it's only going to get worse. I've already told you guys that as many of you leave Western society, the women are going to follow you overseas. I'm telling you, they're going to follow you. And they're going to say, oh, no, we're not coming over here for you. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? You don't own this country. You don't own Indonesia. You don't own the Philippines. You don't own Africa. You don't own the Dominican Republic. You don't own Mexico. You don't own this country. We can come wherever we want. And men are going to say, okay, so why are you coming right here? Why are you sitting right here? Why don't you sit over there? I can sit wherever the hell I want to sit. Who do you think you are? I can sit wherever I want to sit. All right.
Now, truth be told, if black women, I mean, and some of them do, because there's African women and stuff and things like that. But if black women start coming to like Thailand and Southeast Asia, like black American women, then yeah, I would say those sisters are following you. But truth be told, a lot of these women are in these places. A lot of sisters are in these places anyway. Some of y'all just finally got up out the house and then had to sit down and realize it.
Excuse me, sir. Do you have a problem, sir? Okay, because I can call management. I can call management. Do you have a problem? Because I'm gonna sit right here and do my work right
In the
here.
gym.
And this is literally how they're gonna be like pests.
You actually racing my favorite car, the Lotus Esprit. That's not the Esprit, the Lotus Elise.
To be literally like pests. They are going to follow men around the world. They're going to follow the passport kings because these people cannot survive without men. And as Western society is beginning to collapse around us, as it is beginning to fall apart, and I've said this before, that Western society itself won't collapse. Groups of people in society will collapse because it's very hard for society inside of itself to collapse. Not important, not impossible, but the society won't collapse. But groups of people in society will collapse. Okay, and if that is a form of social decay. And as more and more people walk away from Western society, and more men walk away, women will follow behind them. They will follow behind them. They will criticize the men. They will shame the men. They will bring that same toxic behavior overseas. Keisha will go around trying to approach these women overseas.
It's funny because in the white manosphere, they know her as Keisha also. Where do you think these people got the term Keisha from? What manosphere? What place? Where have y'all been hearing the term Keisha? We started using that term on Player Talk Radio, like 3 years ago? As a joke. Then the space, everywhere around the space. I know Zero was using it. All of us were using the term keep. Okay.
Trying to shame them and also trying to shame the men. And of course, these women don't have anything inside of them. They have nothing inside of them.
This man is driving a Lamborghini Gallardo on a dirt road.
So they cannot, a smart man learns from his mistakes. A wise man learns from the mistakes of others. But these individuals, they will be fools for life because they cannot learn. Not only can they not learn, but they are encouraging other women, younger women, to walk the exact same paths that they have walked, even with tears in their eyes, even as they are plotting to control alt delete themselves. They are telling young women to do exactly what they did because they are such narcissists that they would rather watch young women go down the same path and lose everything so they can validate their horrible decisions and their terrible choices than to ever come clean and say, you know what?
So what they're talking about now too, if you guys have been under a rock, right? You know, what's going on, ESO? Right, it'll be okay, just pray. What they're talking about now too, and I ain't gonna lie, this is kind of legitimate. If you guys are going out on these dates with people and you guys are running y'all dates like a damn job interview. You know, you may legit have to ask women, yo, do you have an OnlyFans? That's some legit shit. You know, hey, do you have an OnlyFans, or do you have some type of, you know, material, porn material, you know, out here for consumption on social media? You know, all right, let's get it.
Screw it up. I messed up. Ladies, don't do what we did. But they won't do that. They can't do that because their ego is everything. Men
Can
set
ask you how much you make. You can ask her, oh, do you have an OnlyFans?
aside their ego constantly. How do we know
Yeah, that's
that?
how they'll hide behind it. I'm a content creator, an exotic content creator.
The very act of a man even speaking to a woman.
I will even go as far as giving y'all the game with kind of talking it up and getting them to talk about it and then ask, you know, to get their thoughts on it. Because a lot of them will straight up lie.
Allowing himself to be rejected is a man setting aside his ego.
Hit the like button, y'all. Support today's show. Good morning, everybody. It's Player Talk Radio. We are in the building. Let's get it. Let's go.
Men constantly are forced to set aside their ego. Women are egotistical. Their ego is everything. And sometimes I watch videos by these guys, like there's this guy, Justin J, and he basically says, you have to destroy her ego. Like this is how serious it is out here in these streets with these women. Like you literally have to have these types of men that are ready to go to war. And this is like, it's like fighting narcissistic abuse with, with fire. And you shouldn't have to do that. Because I mean, who does that make you as a person? How does that, how do you feel in the end? Probably not very good. It changes you. You start to peer into the darkness, and then the darkness starts to peer into you.
Now, one of the worst things you can do is make your mission or a life mission or whatever the hell you trying to do is to destroy some broad's ego. You don't need to destroy no damn ego. You know, shit, you better off getting her not to use her ego when she's around you. Because in today's society, people are loyal to their damn phones. You ain't about to destroy no broad's ego. You tripping.
You don't want that.
Right, there you go. Man cannot destroy the ego of a whore. Man, tripping like shit. And it's funny because you know, y'all gotta really listen to some of these cats. Now, I like the angry guy. I'm not saying he's wrong. But dudes, they just regurgitate talking points and don't even listen to. What's the point of destroying a woman's quote unquote sexual ego? And then want her to turn that same ego back on when y'all are in the bedroom getting intimate. Think about that.
Guys, if you're enjoying this content, help get this channel to 100,000 subscribers by subscribing to the channel if you already haven't, liking the video, and turning.
All right. Like y'all be, you know, just like these new cats that's coming in, like the Jeremy Hill guy. I like him too, pause. The Media Man. All of these dudes that are wearing the Kevin Samuels get up. They coming in here talking about we don't want promiscuous women. We don't want no hoes. We don't want that. That's a lie. We've been through that era already in the manosphere. We've done that already. We don't need no more Kevin Samuels in the manosphere, bro. We need people that's gonna, help us with production. We need people that's gonna help us. You know what I'm saying? It's like the black community. It's like, please, y'all stop rapping. We need electricians. We need cybersecurity specialists. We don't need no more. We don't need no more dudes coming in here lying, saying we don't like hoes. Nigga, yes, you do. We've seen a more serious version of niggas doing what you think you're doing now. It's okay. Tell the truth, shame the devil. Don't matter if you got a suit on. We're seeing caricatures of the real thing, especially if you've been around and you know what the real thing entails and consists of. Kevin right now would have been fucking with hoes. Before Kevin passed away, he was preaching about tricking. Yeah, that's what I gotta come back because I gotta do a generational show, y'all. Y'all hit the like button, support the shows. Let me know if y'all want me to come back and do another show because we're gonna talk about Gen Z. Gen Z right now is actually trying to train or not even training, or trying to train their women up to be tradcons. There's an actual term for it, but I will call it the modern tradcon. But I'm using the manosphere term for a traditional conservative. Because the girl is running a con game and she's conning you into thinking that she's traditional. And real players know what's going on. If you can read between the lines and see what I'm telling you guys. Basically, it's like what Nicole Michelle and a couple of the other little broads try to come in here and do right under men's noses. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And getting women to play this fake long-term game. The problem is, with the white women, they want somebody to save them before they hit the wall. So after the wall, they will have somebody that already confessed their love and save them, and they about the game, and they will be, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Flacco Rich, that's exactly what they use, marriage-minded, right? So I'm giving y'all the game because with the sisters, let me tell you how they play in the game. What they're trying to do is they're trying to get a second lifeline. So what they do is they probably might get married when they're young, break up with you in their 30s, and then get back into the game a second time, whether to either stay single, but they kept the house, they got the kids, they got the cars and stuff, so they could probably ride off into the sunset, or she can get out there and try to find another nigga. So that's why y'all are starting to see these little studies saying over 50% of women that are married have a backup nigga. I can't make this shit up, y'all. Can't make this shit up.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
Can't make it up. But with that said, support the show on air, off air, if you do care. I'll be right back. It's Player Talk Radio. We're going to get into that. We're going to get to the generational, the generational thing. I already got the clip loaded. But let me know y'all are supporting the game. It's Player Talk Radio. You can support the show at $PTV888. That's $PTV888. That's $PTV888. And you can sponsor the next show. It's Player Talk Radio.
There. I drew Mickey Mouse, but bad!
Why?
Huh?
Oh, why turn me into something ugly?
To stick it to Disney.
For what?
Strict copyright enforcement.
Maybe if you didn't make everything disgusting, they wouldn't feel a need to be so strict with IPs made for children.
It's art. It's deconstruction.
Would a great carpenter give their work over to be deconstructed?
Well, no, but this is different.
You think removing the magic from everything makes you insightful? Oh, special?
Stop it! Who are you to crap all over my style anyway?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I bother you by deconstructing your deconstruction?
Shut up! You don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you don't think there were deconstructionist artists at my time? There were. You just don't remember them. I've been around 95 years, and I'll be here 95 more when your copyright expires.
Huh? No!
No! Happened sooner than you thought, didn't it?
You monster! No!
Become a member at freedomtunes.com for exclusive cartoons. This cartoon is not for children.
Hey, this your girlfriend, bro?
Yeah?
Yo, fuck this, bro. Fuck this, bro.
Excuse me?
He buy you dinner and shit?
Yes?
Oh. What she bring to the table, bro?
Hey, guess what? He bought me this dress too.
She ever buy you a dress, bro?
No.
Fuck. Buy you a dress? Yo, this your girlfriend?
Wife.
Yo, you pay for those groceries?
Yes, I buy food for my family.
What she bring to the table, bro? Bro, what? Bro, what's she doing, bro?
She's giving birth! Go away!
Oh, bro. A baby gonna come out of her, bro?
That's how it works.
That's what babies come from. That's what babies come from. Always.
Yes!
You know what's messed up? What? She still never told us what she bringing to the table, bro. We gotta ask more people, bro. Yo, this your girlfriend? She's my wife.
We've been together for 60 years.
Who buy the bread, bro?
Oh, I buy everything she asks for. Anything to see that sweet smile.
Oh, Richard.
What's she bringing to the table, bro?
The infinite generosity needed to make a marriage work.
Huh? Use smaller words, bro.
Love.
These dudes, bro.
She bring the bread, bro. Shout outs to War Master dropping the huge $20 on the Cash App. Shout outs to War Master for always supporting Player Talk Radio. Make sure you guys hit the like button, support the show. I'm gonna stick a pin in it right here. I will be back in an hour. I got my timer on. I will be back in an hour. And we're gonna go over the generations, man. A lot of people think that a lot of people go in on a generation the Z's, but the Z's, there's nothing wrong with the Z's. I will tell you firsthand that they're more free than any generation, like I said, you know. And I'm not using that as like a clutch or anything. Millennials, we still feed, you know, but we more real on this side. I don't think it's really a conversation we need to have, but it's a conversation that should be had. We literally, you know, the millennials, we still, what's the word I'm looking for? We still feed into the system because we still believe in certain things. But it goes back to the title of today's show. Things can't go back. You know what I'm saying? For the Z's, though, they're trying to go back too, but what's in their favor is that things never was. You know, some of the things that they're trying to create, or not recreate, but like, you know, trying to live or experience and stuff like that, they've never experienced it. Hence why they're trying to, you know, recreate it, or redo it. You know, so it's pretty interesting. You know, we're gonna have an interesting show this morning, man. So Shout outs to War Master for sponsoring the next show. Okay, so y'all hit the like button, subscribe. I'll be right back. It's Player Talk Radio. I'm your gracious host, DJ Kuda. We out. Let's get it. Let's go.
And don't idolize social media relationships either. Y'all start believing that y'all supposed to get what they got. I want what Ari had because Ari man bought her a Lambo truck. This nigga you fuck with work at Best Buy. How the fuck is he supposed to buy you you idiot? How? It don't even make sense. He drive a 2002 Honda Accord and you think you supposed to get a Lambo truck from this nigga? And he a good dude. He help you out with the bills. He take care of you, take you on dates, buy you little things. But you ready to break up with this good man because he can't afford to buy your raggedy ass a Lambo truck?